Now, burnout with hair professionals and braiders, i.e., me, happen, I feel like, so much more than any other profession. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Bird. I am your BRAIDPRENUR bestie, here to help you turn that hobby into a business without sacrificing your sanity. And today we're going to be talking about burnout. Now, burnout with hair professionals and braiders, i.e., me, happen, I feel like, so much more than any other profession. And we're going to be talking about that because your girl went through burnout last year and it was not fun and it was very hard to get through. And I'm actually still on the tail end of it. So I'm going to be sharing how I recognized that I was burnt out, some things that I did to cope with my burnout, and things that I'm going to be doing in the future to help prevent burnout. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and like this video and let's get into it. Now, if you ever feel like you were running on empty, uninspired, or just plain like stupid tired after a week's worth of clients, now trust me, you are not alone with this. Burnout actually happens when you're physically, emotionally, and especially mentally drained. Now, for us braiders, it can hit us hard when we have back-to-back clients, or we're working crazy hours, or we feel like we just have to service everybody up under the sun, all those last-minute clients, friends, and family who just say, hey, can you squeeze me in? And y'all, it's more than just feeling tired all the time. Like, you're really mentally drained and you dread to do the thing that you're so passionate about. And let me tell you, if you ignore it, it's not going to go away. So let's nip that in the bud right now. Now, how do you recognize burnout? I didn't know I was burnt out until I listened to this podcast called Too Smart for This by Alexis Barber. And I believe it was episode 174, y'all. Clock it. I know. So in this episode, Alexis was talking about how she was burnt out not once, but twice. And the second time, someone actually had to tell her that, girl, you need to chill out because you are burnt out. You're running on fumes. Now, the signs that she mentioned in her podcast were so similar to the signs and symptoms that I actually had. And I'm saying symptoms like I was diagnosed by a doctor. But either way it go, I was feeling the exact same way at that moment that she was describing in her podcast. And those were feelings of anxiety, self-doubt, feeling so lethargic. Yeah, I just dreaded going to work. And because I really love what I do, I knew I had to change. So after listening to that podcast, I had to pour back into myself because I knew some things were missing that was causing this burnout. Now, if you feel like you're going through burnout, here are some signs to look for. First off, your body is going to tell it all. No matter how many bath soaks I did, how many facials I did, y'all, I still was like burnt out, don't want to be bothered by nobody. Don't ask me about hair. I don't want to talk about hair or braids, like none of that. I had constant back pain, leg pain, headaches. My hands cramped really bad. I think I even posted a video with my hand like twitching. And that hasn't happened in like years. I know for me, I felt really sluggish. Styles that would have taken me like 4 hours to complete has now taken me 5 to 6 hours to complete. The second emotion or sign that you may be experiencing, really? Another sign is that you are emotionally detached from your work. When braiding hair or doing hair starts to feel like a chore rather than something that you love, that is a red flag. And the last sign is that you really just don't have any energy. Like I said in my story, I felt very lethargic. Everything took like 2 times longer to complete than what it normally did. Girl, if you sitting in your car crying before somebody's appointment, if you're happy that nobody booked you this week, if you was once Miss Chitty Chatty Cathy doing appointments and now you're Silent Bob, your body is screaming for help. Another sign is that maybe you have some mood swings associated with that emotionally detachment. Sometimes burnout can make you feel super impatient or easily frustrated with clients, coworkers, or family members. You start to make mistakes that you normally wouldn't with clients. And the last thing is that you start to neglect your self-care. So now you're skipping more meals. You're not making time for yourself to do things that make you happy. And you just really honestly want to sleep all day. Now, I want you to recognize these signs early so you can try to prevent your body going through the entire burnout phase like I did. Now, let's talk about how we can prevent burnout, or if you're actually going through burnout, some steps that you can take to help ease yourself out of this burnout phase. The key to burnout, and I say this so often, is boundaries and breaks. First, don't overbook yourself. I know it's tempting to take in those last minute clients because we can use the extra cash, but baby, you can't pour from an empty cup. And it's okay to say no to those last minute squeeze in appointments. Now, here's a pro tip, and this is something that I do currently, and I love it. I want you to add at least 10 to 15 minutes, the maximum 30 minutes at the end of your client's appointment. This is just buffer time. So when you're done with your client, you can stretch, you can get you something to eat. It gives you time to clean up and just rest in between those back-to-back clients. So say for instance, a style takes you 6 hours to do. I want you to make that style 6.5 hours. So that way, once you're done literally at that 6 hour mark, you have time to clean up, you have time to take a breather, you have time to eat, stretch, do whatever you need to do to fill your cup before your next client. I also want you to set clear boundaries with your schedule. So if you don't have work hours listed on your website or your booking site, go ahead and put that on there. Set specific hours that you're going to be working and stick to that. And here's another pro tip. You can even set days that you're accepting squeeze-in clients. It don't have to be every day. You can say, I'm accepting squeeze-in clients on Wednesdays only. Another thing you can do to try to help prevent burnout is stop trying to do everything yourself. If you have people at home that can help you around the house with chores and tasks, go ahead and give them some chores and tasks to do. So that way, when you're getting off work, that stuff is already done. And you can hire a virtual assistant, if that's in your budget, to help with those administrative or mundane tasks that you have. And if you don't have the means for that, that is okay. What I like to use is Metricool or any of those other scheduling apps. Metricool is amazing because you can put your reels, your stories, your posts all in this one app and schedule it out for a specific date and time. Stop trying to do everything yourself, sis. This quickly leads to burnout. Delegating tasks lets you focus on what's more important. All right, let's get into some self-care tips because this is the fun part. Now, we can't just take care of everybody else. We also have to take care of ourselves. And taking care of yourself means making space for things that you've been wanting to do, things that you've been putting off, and just whatever fills your cup. Okay, so for example, some things that I did as far as self-care, because I know I did not like the way that I was feeling at that time, I will have to look up some things that were inspirational or to help me change my mindset and also gave me actionable steps to get things done. Some podcasts that I really enjoyed listening to help with my mindset and just inspire me overall is Balanced Black Girl, Woman Evolve, of course, Too Smart for This. And I'm not going to even leave out YouTube because I love watching my girlies over here on YouTube too. I enjoy watching Trending Topic, Aaron on Demand, and Lena Simone. Y'all my girls, let's clock it. Y'all my besties, y'all just don't know it yet. After listening to any of their episodes or watching these girls, I feel so inspired. My mind is now rewired and I'm motivated to get done what I've been putting off and to just, get that burnout feeling off of me. Another thing that I like to do to pour back into myself is get up before my house wake up. And that's my me time. During this time, I'm journaling and I got my journal right here, y'all. This is my journal that I like to write in and I get my thoughts out on here. I set my intentions for the day in my journal. And this journal can also be found on my Amazon storefront. This journal is actually created by me. This is my favorite journal. I sometimes go ahead and get on my Peloton app. I actually enjoy the Peloton app and I recommend that app because on there, you can set yourself a weekly goal. My weekly goal is I want to work out at least 3 times a week. You can also join fitness challenges. You can create your own workout group with your family or friends. And they have an endless workout menu to choose from. And y'all, don't forget to stay hydrated. And I'm telling you now, get you a cute water bottle to keep close to you. Staying hydrated actually helps with your mental focus and clarity. And I'm going to give you some bonus points if you actually add you some super greens to that water. Me personally, I love the Zena Super Greens, y'all. Like, it is so good to taste. Not only is it good, these greens have 0 sugar and it's packed with exclusive organic ingredients. And this ensures a pure and clean supplement to help you with your overall wellness. All right, y'all. Hopefully those tips will help you out if you're feeling burnt out. We recognize burnout because we're feeling lethargic, anxiety, we're feeling all these type of emotions, just really drained and not wanting to do what we're so passionate about. But some things that can help us is journaling, meditation, stretching, making sure that we get our water in, and learning our boundaries. Saying no is okay. Now, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel because we're going to be going over a lot more topics. And I want you to share this video with a braider who you feel is going through burnout and can use these tips. And as always, make sure you guys take care of you. I love you. Bye.